The tennis world has been rocked by another bombshell. Just weeks before the U.S. Open, a voice from the past has spoken, and her words have forced the WTA president to respond. Maria Sharapova, the five-time Grand Slam champion, the former world number one, the woman who has never been afraid to speak her mind. She didn't hold back. She questioned the WTA's direction. She called out its failures. She demanded answers. And the WTA president had no choice but to respond. The tennis world is divided. The fans are furious, and a legend has just ignited a war with the establishment. This is the story of what Sharapova said, and why the WTA president was forced to break his silence. Welcome to RallyVerse. Maria Sharapova has never been one to stay quiet. Throughout her legendary career, she has spoken out on doping, on rivalries, on the state of the sport. She has faced criticism, she has faced controversy, and she has always emerged stronger. But now, she has done something unprecedented. In a recent interview, the five-time Grand Slam champion delivered a scathing critique of the WTA's policies and its treatment of players. The exact words have not been fully disclosed, but sources close to the situation say Sharapova questioned the WTA's commitment to fairness, transparency, and player welfare. When it comes to tennis, good or bad, there's really only one thing that I know for certain. I've missed it, Sharapova once wrote. Though these last 2 years have been tougher, so much tougher, than I ever could have anticipated, my passion for the game has never wavered. If anything, it has only grown stronger. But her passion has also translated into criticism. Sharapova has previously slammed the French Tennis Federation for refusing her a wild card after her doping ban. If this is what it takes to rise up again, then I am in it all the way, every day. No words, games, or actions will ever stop me from reaching my own dreams. And I have many, she said. Her latest remarks have struck a nerve. Because this time, she wasn't just talking about herself. She was talking about the entire WTA tour. She was questioning the leadership. She was demanding accountability. And the WTA president was listening. Sources familiar with the situation suggest that Sharapova's criticism centered on 3 key issues. First, the WTA's handling of doping cases. Sharapova has first-hand experience with the WTA's anti-doping policies. She served a 15-month suspension after testing positive for meldonium in 2016. The suspension was later reduced by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which ruled she was not an intentional doper. But the controversy didn't end there. After her suspension, the French Tennis Federation refused to grant her a wild card for the French Open. The WTA president at the time, Steve Simon, responded with a strongly worded statement, calling the decision groundless. She has complied with the sanction imposed by CAS, Simon said. The tennis anti-doping program is a uniform effort supported by the Grand Slams, WTA, ITF, and ADP. There are no grounds for any member of the TADP to penalize any player beyond the sanctions set forth in the final decisions resolving these matters. Sharapova's latest criticism appears to echo this sentiment, suggesting that the WTA has not done enough to protect players from inconsistent treatment by tournament organizers. Second, the WTA's handling of rivalries and controversies. Sharapova has been at the center of tennis's most intense rivalries. Her long-standing feud with Serena Williams was legendary. There was deep respect, but it was like, you're getting in the way of what we both want, which is the championship trophy, Sharapova said. But she has also criticized the WTA for not doing more to protect players from the spotlight and the pressure. Third, the WTA's lack of support for players from developing countries. This critique strikes close to home for Alex Ila, who has been outspoken about the WTA's failures to support players from developing tennis nations. Ila recently said, "The WTA needs to do more for players from countries like mine. We are not just statistics. We are not just rankings. We are human beings who have sacrificed everything to be here, and we deserve better." The WTA president could not ignore Sharapova's remarks. In a formal statement, he acknowledged the legendary player's concerns and promised to address them. "We appreciate Maria Sharapova's passion for the sport and her commitment to improving women's tennis," the statement read. "The WTA is committed to transparency, fairness, and the welfare of all players. We will continue to work with players, tournaments, and stakeholders to ensure that our policies reflect the highest standards of integrity." But the tennis world wasn't buying it. Fans took to social media to criticize the WTA's response. Another vague statement. Another promise to do better. "Nothing changes," one fan wrote. Sharapova spoke the truth, and the WTA is hiding behind PR spin, another added. The former players weighed in as well. Rennie Stubbs, the Australian tennis legend, has previously called WTA decisions stupid and bizarre. Citation: Martina Navratilova, the 18-time Grand Slam champion, has been outspoken about the WTA's policies, both defending and criticizing them depending on the issue. Citation: The response is seen by many as too little, too late. The WTA has been criticized for years for its handling of player welfare, its inconsistent policies, and its lack of transparency. Sharapova's comments have simply brought these issues to the forefront once again. The irony of this controversy is that Sharapova's criticism echoes Ila's own complaints. Ila recently told reporters, "The WTA needs to do more for players from countries like mine. We're not just statistics. We're not just rankings. We are human beings who have sacrificed everything to be here, and we deserve better." Both Sharapova and Ila have been fined, overlooked, and treated as statistics. Both have spoken out against the establishment. Both have refused to be silenced. The connection is not accidental. Sharapova has been watching Ila's career closely. She recently congratulated Mira Andreeva on her French Open win, praising the teenager's composure and professionalism. She has also expressed admiration for players who exhibit the sign of a champion, the ability to celebrate without being satisfied. Ila, in many ways, embodies the qualities Sharapova admires. She is young, driven, and unafraid to speak up. She has conquered Wimbledon's center court. She has dethroned the defending champion. She has become the biggest draw in women's tennis. And now, she has become a symbol of the next generation of players who are demanding change. The controversy surrounding Sharapova's remarks is far from over. The WTA president has responded. The tennis world is divided, and Sharapova has shown that her voice remains as powerful as ever. But what does this mean for the future of women's tennis? The WTA is at a crossroads. It must balance the demands of players, tournaments, sponsors, and fans. It must navigate the complexities of doping, gender, and fairness. It must address the criticisms of legends like Sharapova and rising stars like Ila. The U.S. Open is just weeks away. Players are preparing for the biggest tournament of a year. But the controversy surrounding the WTA's policies is a distraction that no one needs. For Ila, the controversy adds another layer of pressure. She is already preparing for the North American hardcourt swing. She has 3 tune-up tournaments before the U.S. Open: the Mubadala DC Open, the National Bank Open in Toronto, and the Cincinnati Open. From the cracked courts of Quezon City to world number 28. From being told she couldn't do it to standing on the brink of Grand Slam glory. From being fined by the WTA to being part of a movement for change. Ila has defied every expectation. And now, she is part of a legacy that includes legends like Maria Sharapova, players who refuse to be silenced. Laban lang. Always. And remember, on RallyVerse, we bring you the stories that define the sport, the drama, the controversies, the moments that change everything. Stay tuned for more.